Hey everybody. Wow, what a beautiful day. Um in my last video, I said more things were coming. Well, they did. And they're not done yet. So today, I really want to focus on our job as light workers. Okay? How are you, me, how are we going to get through this? Okay? How are we supposed to get through this? And the biggest thing is know it's there, but you got to let it go. The whole focus behind the dark side is to cause disruption, division, anger, fear, judgment. And that's what they're doing. All of these things that are playing out right now are playing out because they want to win. You know, we're not going to let them win. But we have to step into our power and our strength and be the anchors of light that we are. And not an anchor in a hold you back kind of way. An anchor of bring source light, anchor it here on earth. Anchor it into your heart. Anchor it into the earth. And source is nothing but love. So, but, everybody wanted to, I told you with the assassination of Trump, it was, that was, and it's still going on, and whether we get the answer as to who did it, I don't know, but it woke people up. There are so many more people now. I mean, it's like when you look back over the last 4, 5, 6 years, everything that's happened, more people have woken up, right? Well, with Trump, more people woke up. With the opening of the Olympics and the abomination of just the biggest mess, again, is waking people up because but the thing is, people are getting focused on the wrong thing. They're focusing on the message. They're focusing on the problem. The problem is the transgenders are trying to push their issue. The blessing is the fact that a lot of people turned off the Olympics. Just shut it off. They're like, you know what? If you're going to go down that road, I don't want any part of it. And I apologize for the dogs again. I'm sorry. The companies pulled back and said, we're not going to support you on this. So the Olympics has lost a lot of money because that was the woke agenda that they decided to push. And I don't care whether, because they all say that it wasn't about the Last Supper. It was the, was it Feast of, I don't even know how you pronounce it, Dionysus or something. Anyway, regardless, it's satanic. I don't care what your meaning behind it is. It's satanic. And the whole transgender thing, and I told my husband, I said, what we have to do as beings of light is when things like that trigger you, or piss you off or whatever, step back and say, what is it that triggered me? Because is it the fact that it's transgender? See, I can't even say it. It's just that messed up. Is it the fact that it's them? Would it be any different if it was gay people or black people or Indians, or for any of you that are black, or if you are Indian, would it have mattered? And your belief is that that scene is supposed to be it. If you're black and you think that the Last Supper in your belief system is supposed to be black people, would it have pissed you off if it was white people doing it? If, regardless of what your belief is, and this is not a judgment thing at all, this is to make a point. Step back and say, why did that make me angry? What pissed me off about it? Because if it's tied to who, it's judgment. If it's tied to their agenda, it's you're letting them win, because they're here to cause division. They're part of the dark side. You know, the whole satanic thing is part of the dark side. It still wants to win. You know, and I personally, if that's your choice, God love you. You know, I still love you. It's just not my choice. Just don't push it down my throat and make me try to alter my lifestyle to coincide with yours. So, but the thing is, where does the Last Supper have anything to do with the Olympics? It doesn't. You know? And they were talking about Paris and Greece and all. Regardless, it has nothing to do with the Olympics. It had no place in this last feast, the feast of whatever it was. You know? Again, it has nothing to do with the Olympics. So it should not have been aired at all. It was aired to get your mind, A, off of the assassination attempt on Trump, and B, to cause division and anger. And for any of us that, because I'm saying us, because it got to me too, but I had to step back and go, wait a minute, why? And it wasn't because they were transgender. While I do not agree with that agenda at all, it's not for me to judge them. But the fact is, they did it. They did it on purpose. They had a reason behind it. And it was to piss you off. But what it did is it woke more people up. And as these things play out, our job is to let the silliness go. Yes, know it's there, but don't get tied up in the drama. Don't get sucked into the agenda. Bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself back to peace and look at it from the bigger perspective. And say, what was it that made me angry? And the whole point, the thing that for me, I don't know about you. I don't know why it upset you if it did. For me, what upset me was the fact that A, it was allowed. And because it is satanic. And the fact that they are trying to push their agenda on everybody else. And it's just like, that's not right. You know, and I've said this before, I don't care whether you're straight or gay or transgender. Be all you can be. But you be you. Don't try to make everybody else be you. You know, so because not everybody believes the same thing. Not everybody believes that they're supposed to be straight. And you know what? That's your belief. You have to live with that, not me. And it's not for me to live with. So it's just like the whole thing, You know, in fact, I want to say back as soon as we legalized gay marriage, look what came next. All these parents saying, oh, my child doesn't identify as X, so you need to change the bathrooms at the schools and at the daycares. No, we don't. No, we don't. And see, and that is the kind of thing that drives me absolutely crazy, because people just allow this craziness to happen because they're too afraid of stepping on somebody's toes and hurting somebody's feelings. You know what? No other country's going through this stupid crap. Why are we allowing it? You know, it has become a sickness and a weakness for this country. But that's the agenda of the dark side, is to cause division. And every one of these things. And then, okay, so back to that, we legalized gay marriage, which, whatever. Then we started changing bathrooms. And then you have men that want to identify as a female going in women's bathrooms and vice versa. And I'm sorry, you believe whatever you want to believe, but if it's a woman's bathroom and you look like a guy, I suggest you not come in there when I'm in there or anybody in my family's in there, because it won't fare well for you, because you don't belong there. So, and the same thing for women. Because what I told my husband this the other day, I said, in the society that we've grown up in, if a woman walks in a man's bathroom, she's looking for trouble. She's looking for attention. The attention she gets nowadays may not be the attention she's looking for. And if you are a woman identifying as a man and you go in a man's bathroom and you get raped, I don't want to hear about it. And if you are a man identifying as a woman and you look like a man and you go in a woman's bathroom and you get your ass kicked, I don't want to hear about it. And I know this is like, it might not set well with some of you people, but you know what? This is where we need to draw the line. I saw a video yesterday. It was a short. I told my husband, I was like, oh, dear God, you have to come watch this. It was some guy, chest hair, dressed, and this is not a judgment thing. It is what I saw. He had like a 5 o'clock shadow, and he was crying on the short because he went out that day, and he had a dress on, and he didn't wear makeup, and he went in the women's bathroom, and this woman was in there with her daughter, and she cussed him out. And he was all upset. You know, there is a saying, play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. What do you think is going to happen? You think the woman is just going to accept a man being in the bathroom with her and her daughter? No. You as a woman, you see a man coming into your bathroom as a threat because they don't belong in the woman's bathroom. Anyway, I digress. The thing is, we need to stand up and say, no, enough of this craziness. Just like with the Olympics. Don't get sucked into the drama. Don't get sucked into the agenda. Just turn it off. They get paid for airtime. They get paid for advertising and all that kind of stuff. So the non-woke community just needs to shut it out. Stop watching the Olympics. Don't advertise on the Olympics. They're going to lose a ton of money. But what that does, it does not suck you into the negative agenda and the low vibration that they're trying to get you in. All it does is it's like it cuts their air off. And there's nothing wrong with that. You go about living your life in happy and joy and love and peace and unity and all of those kinds of things, and ignore that mess. And when enough of us stand up and say, no, not going there. And if your child can't see, and this is the other part of the, oh, we can't have our children having their feelings hurt. Well, I don't intentionally plan to hurt anybody's feelings. This is not to intentionally hurt your feelings. But if it does, that's on you. And I don't mean that as in a mean way. Things that upset me are on me. I have to step back and go, why? And if it's something I need to heal, I need to heal it. But if children now are growing up and they don't understand consequence, they don't understand that they don't always get their way because parents are giving them everything they want. The world is shifting to all this craziness, and it's like, no. It's like when I ran my bakery, people said, there's artwork that I would do and there's artwork that I would not do because I chose not to do it. And if somebody came in and asked, and thank God nobody came in and said, here, I want you to do this, because it would have been a no, I'm not comfortable doing that. I'm not going to do something that goes against my belief. If I had a man's bathroom and a woman's bathroom, I wasn't going to change it. Of course, that wasn't going on at that point. But my point, and as I said in my last video, as light workers, if you are continuing to be sucked into the agenda, you got some serious work to do, because it's only going to get worse from here. And that's not a judgment thing. It is. Because look what's happened in the last month. If you can't handle this, you better buckle up. Because like I said, it's going to get worse and it's going to continue. And everything that I'm seeing, everything that I'm hearing from the middle of August to the end of the year and into the first part of 2025 is going to be rough. But it has to happen. It has to happen for the old to go away and the new to come in, and to continue waking people up. There will be some people that just flat out refuse to see it, and they choose to stay in the 3D agenda of fear and division. You just have to let that go. I deal with it myself, but I've learned to let it go. I don't worry about everybody else. Would it be nice if the sky opened up and everybody just came together in unity? Yeah. But I know it's not going to happen, because it's not everybody's journey in this time and space that we're in to wake up. Those of you that resonate with what I say have been through this numerous times. You came here to get it so you can help raise the collective energy on this planet for the shift. You already get it. There are some people that haven't been through the lifetimes and the paths and the journeys that we've already been through. And that's not a good thing or a bad thing. They're just not old souls. They're newer souls that still have learning to do. That would be like back when, lifetimes ago, before you got it, somebody judging you and saying, well, why the hell aren't they waking up? It's the same thing. You got it when you were supposed to get it. They'll get it when they're supposed to get it. But the thing is, lead by example. That's the whole, that's it in a nutshell. Because if those people that aren't awake see you getting tied up in the fear and the anger and the judgment, it's not telling them they need to change. Because they see you and they're like, oh, well, they say they're spiritual. They say they're awakened. They say they've evolved, but they're doing this same thing. So you're sending a bad message to those people. It's like, as a Christian, you, as a Christian, you want to bring souls to Christ, right? If the unsaved soul sees you sinning and bad mouthing and gossiping and lying and stealing and cheating and drinking and, to excess, and being disruptive, what about that says, to me, if I'm unsaved, what about that says, oh, that looks like fun, let me go do that? No. That's where the world already is. Where is the shift? Just words? Oh, yeah, I'm saved. Yeah, okay. No. The point is, again, we have to lead by example. If the people that are asleep see us shutting that shit off and just closing it out and not getting sucked into the drama and saying, you know what, God love them. I wish them happiness. I wish them peace. I send them blessings. I pray for them to wake up and let it go. And because then you're going to stay in a place of peace and love. And the people that are full of fear and anger and all that kind of stuff, yes, they're probably going to look at you like you're nuts. You don't get it. Your head's in the sand, whatever. But you know what? Eventually, one day, they're going to go, wow, this person has maintained happiness and joy through all of this mess. How do they do it? But you're planting seeds as you're going along. And eventually the seeds will grow. Again, it might not be in this lifetime, but that's okay. So as these things come up, see it. Just see it as part of the agenda. Send them love and blessings. Don't get caught in the drama. And let it go. And you go about your day. You go about your life with your belief system. And if somebody tries to impede that, no. Again, I'm not here to judge anybody. If you choose to be straight, be straight. If you choose to be gay, be gay. Where the part that I do not agree with is when you push that down someone else's throat. It's like being a Christian and telling people, oh, you're not a Christian, you're going to go to hell. No, stop it. Stop it. That's judgment. That's division. It is not your call on who goes to heaven and who goes to hell. Because you know what? I live in heaven. You probably, and this isn't a judgment, but when I was saved, I didn't live in heaven. I lived in hell because I was miserable. It didn't shift me until I woke up. And it took a while, but now I finally get it. And I live in heaven on earth every day because of choices that I make and the way I choose to look at things. So, the division has got to stop. The fear has got to stop. And the more you live in that place where that stuff doesn't bother you. The more you're raising the collective, and people see that and they go, wow, I want to be more like that. Because down deep, we are all nothing but love, and we all want to get back to that point of peace and love. Some people, it's so deep they don't even see it, but because that's where what your soul wants. That's all your soul is peace and love. So, like I said, with everything that has transpired and will continue to transpire, it's the dark side's last hurrah. It's their last attempt at maintaining control over everything. They're not going to win. We know that, because love always wins. They may drag us through hell to get there. But again, it's how you look at it. It's your perspective on the situation. Which I can go into a whole nother thing about that, but I won't at this moment. So like I said, my biggest message to you guys is send every situation that comes up love. I don't care what it is. You know, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with your emotions, but don't get stuck in it. You know, I've had some things come up that I had to deal with. It's like, oh shit moments or whatever. Deal with it and move on. Don't get stuck in the, oh, everything always happens to me, or why does this always happen to me, or nothing ever goes right, or, you know, the world is messed up. Don't focus on the problem. Focus on what you want your life to be like. And have gratitude for the things that you do have and the lessons that you have learned. So, anyway, because like I said, from here on, it's going to continue for a while. I don't know what the next thing is going to be. But it's going to be as ridiculous, if not more. And probably the best thing, because all you see is this craziness on social media. Just get off of social media, you know, or limit your time on it. You know, because the people that choose to vote for Kamala, if she does in fact finish this out and runs, the people that choose to vote for her simply because it's not Trump, or simply because she's a woman, or simply because she's black, of which she's not, they're part of the problem. And that's not a judgment thing, it just is, because they haven't woken up. And I'm not saying Trump is an angel. But what I'm saying is if they choose to perpetuate the current situation that we're in, which is a problem, then they are part of the problem. And you can't fix that. All we can do is send them love and see the outcome that we want, because it will happen. So if you guys need help with this, I'm here to help you. Reach out to me. You know, it's a learning thing for me too. I'm going through the same thing that you guys are going through. I've just learned to be able to step back and go, why is this bothering me, and deal with it, or look at it from a different perspective, or learn the lesson from it and move on. So I can help you do the same thing. So have an amazing day. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you light. I'm sending you peace and joy and bliss and unity. And we will talk soon.